What's up guys, hope you all are well, welcome back. So for today's video, I wanted to give you guys the part 2 to Liverpool's transfer analysis. Last week you guys really enjoyed the content, so part 2, here we go. So basically for our outgoings, there were a lot of quite like irrelevant names going out. So I'll only speak about the more important names that left Liverpool. So hopefully you guys do enjoy the video. Remember to smash a huge thumbs up if you do. Subscribe down below if you haven't subscribed already, and let's get straight into it. The first name, and probably the biggest name leaving Liverpool this summer, was Lucas Leiva. It was, for me, one of the most heartbreaking moments I've had in a very, very long time. I love the kid to bits, and he was the type of player who gave everything for the club, always put the club first in every situation, always gave 150% on the pitch. You know, and those type of players don't come around too often. Players who love the club for what it is, really understand the culture, really understand the whole ethos, the family ethos about Liverpool. And our longest serving player in the current squad left. Not only that, but he was such an influential player on and off the field. In the change room, a very big character, you know, Liverpool's longest serving player. So there was a lot of guidance that he gave younger players, etc., or you know, newcomers, etc. Obviously, Jurgen Klopp wouldn't have wanted him to leave. He's a very valuable utility player, can play multiple positions. But Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool felt that they owed Leiva, or Lucas, you know, the game time that he deserves. He's a top-class professional, and for years and years and years, he's put Liverpool first. He could have moved on long ago, found regular game time, probably been a much better player than he is today because he would have played more often. But he decided to stay at the club he loves, he adores, and the fans would adore him as well. So after, you know, many years, 10 years at the club to be specific, time was right, and it was only fair to let go of Lucas and let him play regularly, you know, towards the end of his career. He deserves it. He gave everything to Liverpool, and I really, really hope that Liverpool do give him a testimonial. He really deserves it, and for someone who has played 10 years at the club, dedicated most of his playing career, the best years of his playing career to the club, he deserves a testimonial. So Liverpool, please sort that one out ASAP, and then we get to see our Liverpool legends come back like Luis Suarez, Stevie G. I'm excited. So Liverpool, please make that happen. So the next name out of Liverpool was indeed Kevin Stewart. So with Kevin, we signed him from Spurs on a free from the academy, and back at the time he was actually a right back, and I didn't see where the talent came from. When he played our preseason games, I was very underwhelmed. There was not much to his game that I was like, okay, like this boy has something. But credit to the Liverpool staff, credit to the Liverpool Academy for producing, you know, Kevin Stewart into a midfielder and actually turning him into a first teamer. He made a lot of appearances for Liverpool in the Cup, and towards the end of our Europa League season, he played a lot of Premier League games and started to, you know, fill that midfield role really, really well. There was a lot of hope and expectation that maybe, you know, the next season he would kick on and be a regular there, or, you know, just fill in when needed. And unfortunately, injuries hampered him, and he didn't really get the chance to show his ability. So I felt the time was right to let him go. Liverpool did turn down about £10 million or £12 million the season before, the January before. So taking only the £5 million or something like that was, you know, not the best business, but £5 million for Kevin Stewart, someone who Liverpool bought on a free. Great business by Liverpool. Well done, Liverpool. It was time for him to move on. So yeah, best of luck at Hull City. The next name out of Liverpool, well, worth noting, is Shea Ojo. He went to Fulham on loan, and in the last couple of days he said that he chose Fulham because Fulham played really attractive football. It will give him a chance to grow and develop as a player, and he really wants to, you know, help Fulham get promoted to the Premier League. Last season they came really close to promotion and unfortunately lost out, and he wants to be the player, the catalyst to get them back to the Premier League. For me, it's a great move. I feel like he wouldn't have got much game time at Liverpool. It's one of those kind of situations where Liverpool have a lot of talent going forward, a lot of talent, and we have players like Markovic on our books who still haven't been loaned out. So there's a lot of talent, and there's not many places to fight for. So unfortunately, the next best option was to get regular game time, play regularly, and get his mojo back from the previous seasons. He's now gone to Fulham. Hopefully he does really well. He's got a lot of talent, and Liverpool do expect really big things from him. But obviously he has to perform at championship level, get that experience, the week in, week out experience of playing at a top side, and then come back to Liverpool fresh for next season and see where that will take him. Ryan Kent had a very similar loan last year and did exceptionally well. Came back to Liverpool this season, got rewarded with a new contract, a new 5-year contract, and once again, he's the next name out. There was no place for him in the squad. He would have played a lot of cup games, but Jurgen Klopp and his coaching staff believed that he'd be much better off getting regular game time, playing regularly in a top flight league like the Bundesliga with Freiburg. For me, it's a great move, and Germany has become the kind of like the breeding ground for English talent. A lot of English talents, major boys, have gone over there. Jadon Sancho now from Man City went to Dortmund. Ryan Kent moved over. Reece Oxford moved to Mönchengladbach. So there's a lot of young English talents who have moved over there to get regular game time and be coached by one of the best leagues in the world. So the English talent feel like that's the place where they get the most game time, and as youngsters they get the most chance and opportunities to shine, to show what they have. So Ryan Kent made the move to Freiburg as well on loan. And I think it's a good move. I really do. I think he needs game time, regular game time, and the Liverpool need him. You know, the next half of the season, we can recall him, I think. Not 100% sure, but I think we can recall him. So I think, you know, once again, it's great business. Also, another loan move out for Divock Origi. This one was, for me, very interesting. And I'll tell you why. So, with Divock, he had a very good run towards the end of... When was it? Towards the end of our Europa League run. And then Funes Mori had a shocking challenge on him, stamped on his ankle, and ever since then he hasn't kind of been the same since. He struggled with injuries, kind of struggled to find his feet, hasn't played regularly because of it, and there wasn't many options that Jurgen Klopp had, because with the arrival of Dom Solanke, he's shown he's ready, he's fit, he's available, and he has the quality to play at Liverpool, to play at the highest division, and there's going to be a lot of competition for places. And if Divock does not get regular game time at such a crucial age now, at the age of 22 or 23, his progression and development will be heavily stunted. Once again, he's moved to Germany, to Wolfsburg, and again, it's great business by Liverpool. £6.5 million loan fee as well. It's a great deal for Liverpool. We get literally what we paid for him back in 2014, when we bought him for £10 million from Lille. So Liverpool have recouped literally most of that transfer fee already just with this loan, and he's going to play regularly. Also, in the clause, if Divock does not play a certain amount of games, then Wolfsburg have to pay an extra fee to Liverpool for not playing him, you know, in those extra games. So once again, it's a great business by Liverpool, and it's a great move for Divock. He gets the chance to showcase his talent in one of the best leagues in the world. Wolfsburg are going to make him one of their main, you know, strikers. They lost Bas Dost, so he'll be one of the main strikers, and it's a big chance for him to show the quality he has. It's a big chance for him to show that he has the skills, the quality to be a top class player, to be a Liverpool player in the future. So, you know, best of luck, Divock. Come back fighting, work hard this year, and show Jurgen Klopp why he deserves to be a Liverpool come next season. And, you know, who knows where that will end. The last big name leaving Liverpool was indeed Mamadou Sakho. So this has been a 2-year-long saga where there's been no resolution in sight. A lot of the times, Jurgen Klopp tried to offload him, and just Mama wasn't having it, you know. Mama Sakho just didn't want to leave Liverpool. He was forced to train with the under-23s, played a lot of under-23 games as well. And since his fallout with Klopp in the pre-season of last season, he's never made an appearance for the first team. So the writing was on the wall for him to leave. Liverpool were open to offers, you know, since then, and he still hasn't left. Liverpool finally have got the money that they craved, so badly craved, and Liverpool walk away with £26.5 million, and he goes to Crystal Palace. His heart was set on Crystal Palace. There were a lot of clubs interested in him, but his heart and and his head only wanted one club, and that was Palace. So it made dealing with the whole situation quite difficult for Liverpool. Liverpool would have liked a much bigger fee, especially in today's market. But when the player only wants one club and it's a player, you know, like very much on the fringes of the squad, there's not many options you have, you know. So Liverpool have to accept the £26.5 million. So Mama Sakho gets his move, and Liverpool, you know, do get rid of their, you know, bad apple almost. It's quite sad the way it ended. He was quite a cult hero at the club. He really was. He was very liked, and it's just very disappointing the whole way it ended. But the whole saga now is officially over. Liverpool don't have to worry about that anymore. And yeah, that's Liverpool's outgoings. For me, Liverpool did, I think, pretty well with outgoings. There were a couple outgoings which I thought would have happened or should have happened by now. Example, Markovic. But I don't know, if no one's the player, you can't do much, you know. Also, Liverpool did well, very well, to keep hold of Phil Coutinho. There was a lot of talk about Liverpool letting him go. Overall, I think it's not a bad bit of business overall. Keeping Coutinho, even though there was like an astronomical fee offered, I don't know, it's a very hard one, because I know I have stated that I'm angry at him, I don't like him anymore, I will not support him anymore. But from a sporting point of view, he's a very important player to Liverpool. He's someone that Liverpool cannot afford to lose. He's someone that, with the quality we have going forward, a front four with Coutinho added there would be absolutely orgasmic, and who cannot, you know, want to see that? Jurgen Klopp was desperate to keep hold of him, so we think, and he got his wish. Phil Coutinho stayed at the club, and that's the end to that. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. Remember to smash a huge thumbs up if you do. Subscribe down below if you haven't subscribed already. Please let me know what you guys think about outgoings. Do you guys think we did well? Do you guys think we shouldn't have loaned certain players out? We shouldn't have sold, let's say, Mama Sakho? And do you think Liverpool should have kept Coutinho or not? Let me know down below in the comments. I'm interested to see what you guys think about the whole situation. And I'll catch you guys again for another video next time. Until then, I will see you there. Bye.